It's Friday evening and it's 6:47. It's Coach Rudy, and oh, my finger was all in the way. And I'm driving to drop off paperwork for work. It's been a very interesting evening. Although in the beginning when I first got to work, and I was there and I had my food already and everything, but they were like, "Oh, they've got breakfast for us." I looked over at the spread. People were grabbing and things were gone, and I said, "Let me wash my hands and come back." And then this one lady, she had already eaten, and then she going in there and to go out for the spread again, to eat something again. Well, the girl that so-called my friend decides that, "Oh, then you want to go ahead and take this last chicken biscuit?" I was like, So she get to take the last chicken biscuit. There was nothing really else there to eat except some bread and some picked over fruit and some just like juice and some runny egg. So I was like, wow. But at least I got a chance to eat some of the egg, right? And I was like, So I said, let me go ahead and take care of what I got to take care of first, which I had to go up there to the library and pick up something instead. So I just said, forget it, I'll go up there. And the good thing is I already had something that I had brought for myself. So I had some, so I took the bagel, because I really wasn't a bagel eater. But I took the bagel, because I'm kind of gluten-free, and this wasn't no gluten-free bagel. It had like poppy seeds on it. So I figured, hey, it's the last day. Why not? If poppy seeds going to do a little whirl on me, hey, at least I'll feel like good. So Coach Rudy went over there and got that. Took one of the bagels and just, warmed it a little bit and cut it. And ate me some, with a piece of egg, I ate hummus. So, irregardless if anybody decided my day was going to be bad, guess what? It already turned good because I was prepared. And that's the thing, you got to be prepared for just about anything that happens. The other thing is, afterwards I was getting ready to leave work. And got everything situated. My paperwork wasn't finished. I was intending to sit there and finish my paperwork. I chose not to stay no longer. I was like, bump it. I'm just going to go. Because what I'm stay here for? It's not like I'm going to get paid for it. And they're going to be hating anyway, even if I leave and stuff like that. And I don't know why they hating. I'm not getting paid to stay here. They get paid to stay there. At that job. So I was like, okay, it shouldn't be hating because I get a chance to go home or whatever. It's just with no pay. And so anyway, so as I'm leaving or whatever, leaving to go home, I find that one of my friends had called me and she texted me and asked me what am I doing. I said, really, I'm up for whatever. Well, I was hungry, okay? Because it was lunchtime for me. I was like, all right, let me get ready to go. It was like, maybe like 11:30 or something. Yeah, about 11:30. So it was like 11:30 or whatever. Going on 12. I'm like, all right. So she's like, meet me at Chipotle. I'm like, all right. So I go to Chipotle, right? I'm like, all right, cool. I get a chance to go to Chipotle. It's the first time I'm doing this and get this built up burrito and all this with 2 meats and all that. It was all good, The other thing was, afterwards we sat and we walked around and then we went over to the bookstore. So we sat for a while over by this Oprah tea shop or whatever. And then we went to the bookstore. Because Oprah's tea shop is right by Starbucks. I'm like, cool. So we went to the bookstore. I got 2 books, like meditation and stuff. So I was like, cool. Because she was like, talking to me about it. And I was like, yeah. Because I was asking her a question. And I was like, yeah, how to and so on and so forth. So I can tell my viewers. Well, I'll be able to do that later. So anyway, after that, well, during that time, we were sitting down or whatever at the Books A Million. Well, my sweet little family down the street decided they're going to call me. So I'm like, all right. And I couldn't get the call right away because I missed it. I'm like, all right. So I look and I saw that they called. I said, let me go and check them. And she's like, it's getting hot out here. I'm going to go in. I'm like, all right. So you go ahead and go in. Because I asked her, did you want to go to the beach? She said, no. She did want to go to the beach, but it got too hot for her. I'm like, all right. She's going to go home and get some water or something. Like, okay, that's good. So I went to the beach because the family member asked me, did I want to go to the beach? So what I end up doing is I made a bad situation into a good situation, because what I did was I went to the beach because they had already gone to the beach. They said, all right, just meet us there. So they went to the beach and I was looking for them, couldn't find them. So I went and sat on a pier. And I'm like, all right, I got a book I can read and everything. Well, if I find them, fine. If I don't, I don't. So I posted on the Facebook and all that. Back and forth, Can't find them, but oh well. I'm going to read this book. This angel book. Yeah, she didn't, I just went and got this book because I felt, that might be a good book to read. Anyway. So I got this angelic book and stuff. And believe me, we ate all those burritos. She felt bad. Her stomach was hurting. I was like, my ego just hurting because I ate all that burrito. But I ate it because you ate it. And I didn't want to, be outstaged by you. And she's like, don't ever do that just because somebody else is eating and you don't want to finish your food. Because I was supposed to eat only half. I was like, you're right. And I kept eating. And so, anyway. So, I went to the beach, chilled for a minute. People were moving around and stuff, this black lady and somebody else decide, they were going to move. I was like, all right, I'm good. Because I went under the pier and go sit down. But I had to use the restroom back. So after I went under the pier and sat down, I was like, all right, this is good. I got a book. So she kept calling me and texting me. And so I'm saying, keep looking. So I did. And she finally said, where you at? I'm going to come to where you are. I'm like, hey, I'm at the pier. And when it get a little less hot, I'll go down there where you at. Because obviously you guys are not where I'm at. They're like a mile away. Like, all right. So they're like, no, we're going to walk down there. Because she want to do it for cardiovascular sake. Weight loss kind of thing. It's all good. I was like, okay. So that was my neighbor, which is my friend, which is my family. So I was like, okay. So we went and we hung out. And she found me, finally. But I was sitting by these people that were Spanish. And they were just content. I think they were even Mexican. Because they looked Mexican more than they would even be Puerto Rican at all. So I was like, cool, or even Ecuadorian, but she looked more Mexican. So I still was cool with it because I love Mexicans. I love Puerto Ricans. I love Ecuadorians. I love South America. I love any Spanish that I come across. So I'm like, all right. So they chilling and the little kids like, I'm first. I beat it. I'm like, yeah. I'm trying to get with it. And I'm like, he's throwing me off my book. So I'm reading my book and everything. And she finally finds me. And afterwards, I just go ahead and, hang out with them and change my clothes. Finally, trying to find a bathroom, and they're sitting there urinating and stuff in the sea. I'm like, all right, whatever. whatever. So, I guess birds of a feather flock together. They showed me a way to do things. I'm like, all right. So I buried myself in the sand, basically, and there was nothing much to bury. I was like, all right. And so afterwards, let's see what else. So I had it was a pretty good evening, and I got some, organic chicken getting ready for tomorrow. What I want to do is have a barbecue and just hang out on my porch. Even if it rains, I want to, enjoy my barbecue and stuff like that. And that's what I was gonna do. And I got some margarita. So I said I'll just chill with this one margarita, and so I'm going to drop off my papers. I had a sip of it, and I'm like, all right. So I'm just chilling right now, driving over to drop my papers off, and I say it's like Ice Cube say. I say it was a good day. Yeah, despite of what anybody would try to do, I think it was a great day. I got that girl off on the bus like she should. Anything, if anybody even wished bad on me, it doesn't matter, because guess what? It was a good day. All right, have a great day. This is Coach Rudy, so you can make your day a good day even when it's a bad day. Because when I checked out my check, it was not a big check. It was it wasn't even a regular check. It was a little bitty check, like a miniature check. So I was like, dude, this is like when I was making $6 an hour kind of check, If you work all week kind of check. Like, are you freaking serious check, So I was like, all right, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? No matter how anybody think they can influence my money or my way, it's all good. It's all good. I'm not going to let them mess up my joy. So peace be within me, because my peace don't come from them. It comes from above. Have a great day. Bye. Coach Rudy.